Yo, it's the Latin Assassin. What's up? What's happening? And you are tuned into the Rodcast, the home of the BBL. Let's be live. It is Hump Day. In the words of some dude from back in the day, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Oh! I believe that's how he said it. But whether he said it that way or not, my dudes, we will be throwing some lines. This is 30 plus 13. I believe that's how he said it. We have a little bit of feedback right there. Yo, what up, Dead Rabbit Unlimited? What's happening? We will not be going far, guys. At least to start off. We were delayed a little bit. You know. Not 100% full health. Pero anyways, we get out here, we grind. Cuvo Moon, what's happening? Dudes, I'm gonna tell you right now, literally, I know you guys have made fun of me and said, oh, this fool picks up worms off of the parking lot and he uses them and whatnot. But literally, my dudes, literally, this is no hyperbole. This right here is a worm that I found on the parking lot ground. It was right next to my trailer and I said, you know what? Let's make their dreams come true. And we are gonna use this worm, which literally, and I mean literally, guys, literally, we found on the ground. We're gonna use this worm and we are gonna catch a fish. Well, I guess I didn't turn my trolling motor on. But anyways, so literally, guys, we found this bait on the floor. This will prove that one man's trash is another man's treasure, as that idiom goes. I believe it's called an idiom. Maybe I'm just an idiom. Oh, this guy's on fire. And it's barely 9 o'clock. Well, that's probably because he should have been on the water, but he wasn't. So I don't know exactly where we're at, guys, because my trolling motor wasn't on. So let's just spot lock right here and see what happens. Okay, maybe we won't because the trolling motor doesn't have its wits about it just yet. So if you guys are commenting anything, I cannot see it because currently I am in the front of the boat waiting for my trolling motor to figure out where it's at. And it has figured out where it's at. So now I will move the camera and get us ready for the show. So, this worm right here, my dudes, looks like a plum color of some sort. It is a Zoom Magnum trick worm. This, I introduce to you, the lot lizard, right here. Boom. We are gonna take this lot lizard and we are gonna utilize it and become extremely happy with what has been provided to us. I only wish that it was an actual lizard so that I could call it a lot lizard. But it is not. It is just a Zoom Magnum trick worm. I'm telling you guys, I found this literally on the floor. In fact, I should probably wash my hands. This guy will catch a few fish in its time, as we will Frankenstein them as much as necessary. This is a literal parking lot worm. Looks decently new for, I mean, in terms of parking lot worms, this looks like a decently new parking lot worm. But here we go. Anyways, it's going out there. Let me see where we're at. Just so you guys know, in case you were wondering, I'm probably about 80% health. 80%, which was better than yesterday. Just let me wash my hands a little bit from the parking lot worm. Nobody wants parking lot worm germs. The carpet is wet. Unlimited. We are going to start off with your favorite part of the show. Let's engage that core. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Here we go. Here we go. You got to keep that core ready. You got to keep it engaged. Minimize those lower back problems, guys. If we keep that core engaged. What up, Krill? Dudes, we are not even going to put any thump gel on the parking lot worm. It has been seasoned out there. I don't know how long it was seasoned, but it has its own seasoning. We will not mess with the parking lot worm's seasoning. It's a secret blend. I don't even know what the blend is. All I know is that it's a parking lot seasoned worm. Huh. Oh, bass fishing. I think I sort of hindered myself by removing that ear hair. Because, guys, let's think about this. If there's lightning in the area, that ear hair is gonna stand up. It's gonna start to electrify. And then it would tell me, uh-oh, time to get out of here because the ear hair is bzz, bzz, bzz. But since I took it off, oh man. I took it off, now I have hindered myself. I should have left it there. But the moderator, she shamed me. She told me, hey, you have this really long ear hair. And then she chuckled. And then I was all like, don't look at me. I'm hideous. And I ran away. And I went to go check it. And yes, there was a long ear hair. And at that point in time, I immortalized it on the internet for all to see so that my shame would go away. You are trying to fight genetics there, Moon. Man, poor dog was probably confused. The dog was all like, yo, isn't this what I'm supposed to do? Moon, the back is probably about 80% good from where it was, you know what I'm saying? Only very small movements remind me that I got a little bit of a back muscle issue. Now, it is not a structural issue. It's just a little, as we said many times yesterday, it's just a little tweak. So I did have a Jack Russell back in the day, bros. His name was Outlaw, of course, because he's cool like that. So I had a Jack Russell, and that fool, he escaped out of the house. He went running in the front yard, somehow found this little bird that had fallen out of its nest. And then I ran, because I was super fast at that point in time, right? The speed of a cheetah. And I ran, I caught up to the dog, and I mounted him, and I was trying to open his mouth so that he could let that bird go. And what does this fool do? He literally goes, throws him up, boop, swallows the bird whole. It was a little bird that fell out of a nest, and that fool swallowed him whole. I was like, what the heck? You son of a... And then at that time, I was in shock, but I also found that somewhat funny, not in a dark, twisted way, but I was all like, what the heck? This fool's insane. And then after that, I just put him inside, and I guess I didn't feed him for a little bit because he already had a poor little birdie inside of him. That son of a gun. Yo, Krill, this is a Magnum trick worm, not a color that I usually throw, but bro, this parking lot worm is gonna catch some fish today. Yes, Krill, I do mount dogs. I also mount humans, as it is a known technique in the jiu-jitsu world, bro. You have to mount your opponent. And if the opponent happens to be a mountain lion, then I shall mount that fool as well. So yes, Krill, I mount as many of my enemies as possible. I will mount them on the battlefield, and I will mount them on my walls. Car jiu-jitsu just, it sounds too ridiculous, bro. We're not entering car jiu-jitsu. Car jitsu, as it's known. We're not entering that because that is a mockery of the art. But it might be a real life skill. Okay, so we're assuming that the hump is behind us, guys. Let me double check. Core engaged. I don't know for a fact. We're putting a lot of weight on this worm, and I don't mean like bullet weights or anything. I'm talking about this worm is going to be needed in order to keep our streak alive. Our non-zero streak is riding on this worm. Now that doesn't mean that we will only throw this worm throughout the day. It only means that we began with the worm and hopefully it is productive. So hopefully everybody's hump day has started off well. You're halfway through, guys. I mean, not technically. At about noon, you'll be halfway through the week. But you know we always get off at 11, guys. Everybody knows that. Oh, and since the Rodcast keeps it 100% real, sometimes a little too real for some people, but since it keeps it 100% real, since I took so long to get out here, I ate an orange, guys. I ate one single orange in the morning. So in case any of you guys are worried that I'm starving to death, I ate one orange, guys. So rest easy, guys. I ate an orange. Let's see, Unlimited is asking, you thump it so it doesn't smell like gas and oil? Negative, Unlimited. I said that it has a secret scent, and that is a parking lot scent, and we will not mess with parking lot scent. We just throw it out there, bros. I'm telling you, I parked the truck. I started walking towards the boat, and I looked down, and right next to someone else's trailer was this worm. I said, I found what worm I'm throwing today, boys and girls. And this is the worm. I haven't even felt the grass. All right, guys, so again, as the channel keeps it real, and sometimes too real, I'm gonna let you guys know that behind the scenes, now I was waiting to see if anything would happen, but behind the scenes, the 2.4K subscriber giveaway winner has sent me 2 days in a row, has sent me an email saying that they have not received the $50 Tackle Warehouse gift card. Now, I personally find that very hard to believe, but I instructed them to wait till later on in the week and I would contact Tackle Warehouse because, my dudes, we've done this on multiple occasions. Heck, we've done it for lives, we've done it for this, we've done it for that. And my dudes, without fail, it has worked. So this one time is the time that it doesn't work. I find that hard to believe. But know that you gotta get up pretty early in the morning to, well, maybe not so early because I'll be asleep sometimes, but to pull one over on me. So I have documented proof that I did what I had to do. The rest is out of my hands, my dudes. I shall not be scammed. I don't even know what that acronym means, Krill. Oh, well, we can't roll it over unlimited because I've been charged for it. So there is no rollover, my friend. The charge has already gone through. I have the email that states, yo, your purchase is good. Now, all I did was copy and paste the said email. And it's worked. It's not like I physically typed it and was all like, okay, let me see, blah, 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 at blah, blah, blah.com. And then I was able to fat finger something stupid in there. So that is not the case. I just copied and pasted. Very simple task. And I double checked it even. In fact, I was doing it while we were live with the stash. The stash was fishing and camera was focused on him, and I said, yo, I already purchased it. It's Saturday, so it's probably gonna take some time to get there. But Tackle Warehouse doesn't know that that email was from any country other than, yo, it's an email. That's all they know. So it's not like they're like, oh, this is from a different country. We're gonna have to take our time. No. They're just sending it to an email address, and that person can do what they want with it. But as I have fully documented everything that has happened, there will be no, hey man, can you send it again? Because there will be no sending again. And I will demonstrate to the whole channel, if necessary, all the documentation. Yo, what up? Simply, what's happening? Thank you for unraveling that acronym, Krill. Thank you. Now, maybe I'll be able to remember it, but I just don't really see myself using that in daily life. But if I do, I'll be all like, all right, guys, you know where I got that from? From some chicken dude. What do you mean chicken dude? Like he's scared? No. He's a chicken dude. I don't get it. Yeah, he's a chicken dude. Don't worry about it. So we will kind of cruise here for a little bit, guys. I am in no rush. We are going to slow roll. Since it is hump day, we will do a good portion of hump fishing. We'll be humping around on hump day, and then we will cruise about, because we got to understand, we got to go a little easy just till we're at full health, and then we go hard. But anyways, did anybody see, I know Krill did, but did anybody see the Panthers winning that hockey championship in, dominant form, guys? Like, that was, as they say in the real world, probably not the real world, because the real world will probably use fouler language, but there was a butt kicking that happened. It was crazy. I think it ended up being 5-0. Krill was probably pretty excited. Now that means, guys, we have one less thing that will bring us in early. Come on, plum worm. So we have one less thing that'll bring us in early, so then we will be able to fish the afternoons now. I mean, we'll more than likely still come in early because the GoPro's stupid. The one that I have. Which, let me tell you something about the GoPro before I continue on about hockey. The moderator had plugged in the GoPro to charge, and it was charging all night, my dudes. I'm talking about all night. And when I turned it on right now, it said 14% battery. I was like, what? How can you have 14% battery? No moms. No moms, GoPro. That is a shortened version of a phrase that my gente use. I just shortened it here so that we can stay a little bit PG-13. Oh, Kendall coming in hot. He's coming in hot. He must have been in a Mexican gang back in the day. Sorry to start a fight in your Panther party. There was a fight? Where? I didn't see that, Creel. I didn't see any of that. All I know is that they won. Once I saw the score get out of hand, I no longer needed to watch. I just sat back and waited for the clock to tick to zeros. I waited for it to click or tick to zeros. Oh, got it, Creel. Unlimited had to tell me what the joke was, but I got it now. I got it, Creel. The last horse has crossed the finish line. But speaking of fights, bros, now don't ask me why I'm watching the WNBA. I guess sports are getting freaking very slim pickings nowadays, guys. So, I'm watching the WNBA. But, I mean, at least give me some credit, guys. It was the Indiana Fever game. So, Caitlin Clark was there. And I'm going to say she can ball, bro. This chick is shooting baskets from, like, darn near half court. So, she can ball. We're not going to take that away from her. But, dude, that game, like, whoever was guarding her tried to poke her in the eye or scratch her face or whatever the case may be. And some people have said, oh, that was a basketball move. I'm like, bro, have you not? I mean, dudes, you guys must be the parents that are like, oh, my kid could never do that. No. Even when they show you what your kid did, you're like, no, my kid is innocent always. Because that chick was guarding her. Watch out, bro. I'm over here fishing and in my legal guarding stance with my back hurt. So the chick was guarding her and the ball was over here. And rather than reaching for the ball, she goes up towards her face with her hand open. And I mean, bro, it could only be described as intent to like injure her. Because like me personally, bros, I believe that these chicks can't stand it that Caitlin Clark is in there and just handling business. Just everybody goes to watch her. And the rest of them are just like, hey, cool. You know, we're also here. But rather than say, yo, bros, a rising tide lifts all boats. So if Caitlin is bringing the shine, then just sit back and get a tan, dog. Sit back, apply your tanning lotion or your suntan oil, whatever you want to do. Sit back, get your tan, and freaking get some bucks off of what Caitlyn is generating, bro. But nah, dogs. Like, they cannot do that. They want to hurt her, get her out of the WNBA. And as soon as you do that, viewership is just going to go back to what it was. That's what I don't understand. I'm like, look, ladies, let's put all the cat fighting away and let's focus on the business. Let's focus on making dollars, because if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But instead, they're out here doing their thing, trying to tear her down. And then there was like a fight afterwards, and I was like, oh, what is going on here? It was an eventful game. But that's because the hockey game was 5-0 or 4-0 at that point in time, and I was like, I gotta watch something else, bros. That horse might be dumb, but it crossed the finish line eventually, Creel. I'm not exactly sure what Kendall is referring to. Make a living somehow. I don't know how that ties into the WNBA. So yeah, bros, that was ridiculous. And the other thing that I've seen now, this right here is going to take a little bit more time, but I'll let you guys know where I'm headed. I got to do a verification. Now, I have seen that in the NFL and in the WNBA now, but we are focusing in the NBA. I mean, sorry, not the WNBA, but the NBA. So we're focusing on the NBA. That when it used to be just all dudes rap, well, now these are working their way into the ranks. And that's cool. I ain't got a problem with that. No big deal, bro. Rights, equal work, whatever. No big deal. But here's the thing. Watched, and maybe this is why I say it's just a beginning of a study. But the WNBA games, which I haven't, that's not a maybe. I haven't because I don't. But I've noticed that the crew of refs in yesterday's game was all female. And that's kind of odd. That's kind of odd that they're all female. Because there's a lot of dudes refs out there, so why are there no dude refs in the two games that I've seen? Now, there might be a couple dude refs in there. So I'm saying I haven't seen all games. So that's why my scientific research is still out. And I'm assuming there's one or two dudes refs. But the majority of them are female. So somebody's got to make that make sense. Because the NBA, majority dude refs. But when you go to the WNBA, how is it not majority dudes refs in the WNBA? Because your pool of refs to choose from should be thick with dudes. Like there should be a huge number of dudes to choose from. And how is the ratio more females to dudes? Mathematically, that doesn't make any sense. But maybe I'm a bit too logical and there's some kind of socializing, social parameters that are being put on this, and it's not all mathematical. It's like, oh, well, it's a female league, so blah, blah, blah. But if someone were to tell me, hey, it's a female league, so that's why we have female refs, then I would just say, okay, well, That's a dudes league. So why do they just not have dudes refs? It's just a hypothesis I have, guys. I haven't seen all the WNBA games, and so I don't know the ratio of male to female refs. But I'm just saying, it just doesn't seem, the scales are not balanced. You know what I'm saying? Let me refresh this, guys. I've been kicked out of. Okay, we're back. So yeah, my dudes, to me, it just doesn't. Why would I? That has nothing to do with this question. It has nothing to do with the question. The question was, why is the ratio so high in favor of women refs over dude refs? When mathematically that doesn't make Kendall. What you are trying to extrapolate from this conversation is not there. It is a simple numbers issue. That's all it is. That's all it is. My analytical mind has an issue making the numbers make sense. That's it. Nothing crazy. Just make the numbers make sense, and then we'll be good. Oh, my bad, bro. I just barely seen it. No, bro. I don't even think it's that, dog. I don't think it's that. I just think that they just don't like her getting all that shine, bro. They do not like her being the center of the league, because some believe that they built the league, so how is this young buck gonna come, well, technically in this case, young doe, gonna come in and take over the league? A league that they built, which technically it is a league that is built by the NBA, as the NBA subsidizes the WNBA to make it profitable. So I believe that they don't want her to come in and everybody be Caitlyn, because, dude, I mean, why not? She's shooting threes from outrageous places. Essentially, the female Steph Curry is what we're witnessing here. I mean, those who watch. Some people aren't witnessing it because, hey, Izzy, that's what I just said, dog, before I read your comment. Izzy, we're on the same wavelength, bro. I'm assuming Izzy is a dude. Might not be, so I don't know. Izzy, let me know. But either way, we're on the same wavelength. That is the female Steph Curry. Now, if she went up against Steph Curry in the All-Star game for a three-point contest, okay, well, that's going to be a little bit close. You know what I'm saying? Because both of them can shoot. But now, again, I believe that in the three-point contest, that is also not apples to apples, because I believe that time when Steph Curry went against I don't remember that chick's name, but when he went against that chick, I believe that they were using the WNBA ball, which I believe, which I could be wrong, is smaller than the dude's basketball. So if that's the case, well, that's no longer apples to apples, dogs, because if you're shooting with a smaller ball, then mathematically more of those balls can fit in the basket. So let's also make sure that we keep an eye on that fact. But again, that is, let's not say fact, on that potential fact, because I haven't verified it. I am pretty sure that it is, but not 100% positive. So maybe if the moderator wants to look that up, she can let me know. Oh, Izzy Zavato. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it was Sabrina. Yeah. It was that Sabrina girl. Izzy, get out there, fish around and find out, bro. That's what we're here for. If you cannot go out, then roll with us. But if you can, then definitely go out there and fish around and find out, bro. That is the way to go. And then, if you catch a good fish, send it to latinbassassin@gmail.com, bro, and we will put shine on that fish. We will show the masses, yo, bros, this is what Izzy caught. Keep it real. We are going to switch baits. So far, this worm has got us not even a single nibble. Now, by switching baits, I mean we're just going to get a different bait out. We're not going to take this one off of here. We will catch a fish with this parking lot worm. Our non-zero streak is on the line, guys. Who knows how far back it dates, but I think it dates back to sometime in the winter time frame. I believe it was one of the times when we came out for like 2 hours in the winter and we gave it a shot, because we don't baby the non-zero streak. We come out there and we test it. We put it to the limit. Moderator, I wanted you Oh, Izzy, I appreciate that, man. Now that you've subscribed, be sure to enter that subscriber giveaway, bro. All you got to do is go to the 2.5K subscriber giveaway video and you will be entered to win. Oh, you got to put a comment there. You got to be a subscriber and put a comment there and you'll be entered to win a $50 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. It's that simple. Moderator, I wanted you to verify, if possible, that the female basketball, the one that they use in the WNBA, is smaller than the Vato's basketball. Because I believe it is, but not 100%. I'm about 5% sure that it is a little bit smaller. So it is smaller. So it's smaller. So technically, you can't really compare apples to apples, guys. So even if one of these ladies were to beat Steph Curry, it's not a true apples to apples comparison. It is a a modified version of the competition, as they will be shooting with the WNBA balls, and Steph Curry will have to, of course, he's used to shooting with the size of basketball that he has, but we got to either make him shoot with smaller balls or we got to make them shoot with bigger balls. One or the other to be a true apples to apples. Let's throw Don's chatterbait out here, guys. Bruce. Oh, Bruce, welcome to the team, dog. Hey, Bruce and Izzy. We also, in case you have not entered, if you barely tuned in, we also have BBL Plus giveaways. And those right there, my friends, if we catch live it's a Big Bass Live, if we catch a 4, 5, 6, or 7 pounder, which currently we are chasing a 6 pounder. We have knocked off the 4 and the 5, and we are chasing a 6 pounder. We pay out a $25 Bass Pro Shop gift card in a random drawing to one of the people watching live when we catch it. So during that time, we'll catch it and we'll just be out like, yo, type in this phrase. You have 5 minutes, and then whoever types in that phrase during the live, we end up doing a drawing for a $25 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. The winner gets to choose. And on top of that, we end up, or for this particular one, we will be giving away a $50 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card, because the winner of the 5 pounder rolled their 25 into the 6 pounder. So that one is for a $50 gift certificate. And if for some reason, because June is quickly ending, if for some reason we do not catch a 6 pounder, then we'll roll that into the next month, because every month it resets. So the next 4 pounder that we catch, which is a BBL, in July, will be the $50 shop or Tackle Warehouse card. We've caught 2 6 this month, but one knocked off the 5 pounder and the other one didn't count because I had camera issues, and then I caught it while I was off camera, and then I came back on camera like moments later, and I was like, hey guys, look what I just caught. So that sucked, but the Rodcast keeps it real, so we just went about our business and said we'll wait for the next 6 pounder. So glad you guys joined the team, dudes. Let's move, guys. Let's move to the humps, and we will yo, Izzy, whatever brings you to the channel and whatever you appreciate it for, bro, I appreciate that, dude. So, but I gotta also give back to the crew, you know what I'm saying? But much love, homie. I gotta give back to the crew, bro. That's who I am. I gotta give back to the crew that got my back, even though my back's a little hurt right now, bros. But anyways, we are not here to cry about people's backs. We are here to go get some BBLs, homies. Ahora sí. Oh, we'll catch something, bro. We got that streak going. We are on 30 plus 13 days of consecutive fishing. The grind is real. I should probably stop right there, but anyways, let's move. Engage the core. You guys will find me cruising in this fashion. I don't want to be hunched over and possibly exacerbate the injury. All right, these guys just stopped. Yo, Bruce, I am rolling in a Ranger Z521. Yo, Miser. So I'm glad you showed up. It ain't about being rude, Miser. It's about keeping it real. So let me get to the other side of the bridge and then we can discuss what's going on here. Miser is the winner of our last giveaway. Yo, Bruce, bass boats are cool, but they're also sometimes a headache, dog. So, you know, I've had quite a couple headaches here and there. I would go with a Ranger, but a Ranger is a little bit pricier than a Nitro. Remember, guys, Rangers don't sink. They have cutaways where they have actual holes. It's because Rangers are injected with foam, so they float. There's not enough water to come on board that would sink the boat. So just FYI, just throwing that out there. So, Miser, here's the deal. I've done this giveaway 100 times, bro, or ma'am. I've done this giveaway 100 times, and it has gone without fail. So I'm gonna show you that I have done everything I can on my end. I purchased it, and other than that, later on, give it a couple days, and I will contact Tackle Warehouse. But Tackle Warehouse has never failed at doing this drawing. So I copied and pasted your email. And I mean, this channel keeps it real. So we don't just state things. I'll show you what happened. So I'm going to show you that I purchased it and the rest is out of my hands. There's nothing I can do. This right here is, well, we don't want to go all the way down there. That's my information. This right here says 4 days ago. If you look right there, 4 days ago, that should be Saturday as I did it live. And it says your order has been received. And if you look at this, order summary. Electronic gift card, $50. So, Miser, I'm legit 100%. The channel keeps it real, but I will also let you know that we will not be scammed in any way, shape, or form. So, if you do not get it in the next couple of days, let's say Friday, I will reach out to Tackle Warehouse. I will reach out to Tackle Warehouse and I will ask them if they've sent that email. But I cannot be scammed, my friend. This is something that I do out of the goodness of my heart. So I will again check, because I'm not saying that you're totally incorrect, because I have no way to verify that. So I would never go out on the limb and say, hey, this is the issue. Miser, I'm not gonna give you the order number, because the order number might have information that maybe pertains to me. So either you can take this on faith and goodwill and be all like, oh yeah, this guy's done this many times, he's good to go. So once I contact Tackle Warehouse, either an email or call them, Bruce, I appreciate that. But keep in mind, Bruce, sometimes the struggle gets real, but we keep it real here, bro. We show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if we don't catch fish, we don't put together highlight reels and tell people, oh yeah, we always catch fish. If we don't catch fish, you will see it and be all like, oh, that dude sucked today. And that's the way it goes down. We are not afraid to suck. We don't want to, but we are definitely not afraid to show the moments of fishing. But Miser, I will contact them. I mean, they're from California, so they might not even be open right now. I will contact them and see what is going on here. But I can assure you, Miser, I will not be buying another gift certificate. So whatever ends up happening, I mean, that's out of my hands. If Tackle Warehouse tells me they did it on their end, and I mean, you saw my purchase receipt right there. If all that checks out, I haven't contacted Tackle Warehouse just yet. But Tackle Warehouse will have a say in what happened. So when they tell us what they did, then at that point in time, that's out of our hands. I appreciate you now. I appreciate you reaching out, because if truly this is an issue, then we'll fix it. But if not, then there's nothing we can do. Krill, you're out of here. I mean, I'll even call them today, Miser, just so we get to the bottom of this. I'll call them later on today. I'll call them live. I will call them live, so we ain't got nothing to hide, except for like personal information, but we ain't got nothing to hide. We keep it real here. Let's throw this parking lot worm out there, see if we can't get a bite. But Moon, you are correct. Let's catch us a BBL, as that business can be handled much later when Tackle Warehouse actually opens. I don't think they're open right now. California company. But yeah, dudes, the search for the BBL continues. And now, guys, every 500 subscribers, we will do another subscriber giveaway. So currently we are at 3,500, and at 3,500, we added another giveaway. So we got another month of these. Now I was hoping that we would continue at the rate that we were growing, but now we've slowed down a little bit. So it seems like the subscriber giveaways are going to slow down. But There's nothing I could do about that, guys. We are throwing a parking lot Zoom Magnum trick worm. This parking lot worm is, I think it's a plum color, which some would say on a cloudy day, brighter colors. Let me see exactly where we're at. Keep in mind, guys, we do not, so we are just kind of working back and forth. Well, apparently we are super high on this hump, but we'll work it from here and then we'll ease off just a little bit. We are in 6 feet of water. We will eventually switch over to either Don's chatterbait or that jabberjaw and see if we can't catch us something off a crankbait. This parking lot worm might be over seasoned. Sent a pic of, let's check it out. Let's check out Colin, did you say you sent one? Was it to my email? Colin, I don't have anything. You trying to scam me, Colin? Sorry if I yelled into the mic, guys. Oh, I barely got it, Colin. That noise right there was you just received Colin's photo. I thought you were trying to scam me, Colin. I can see the mix-up, bro. Me and Unlimited look almost exactly the same. All right, guys. This is a picture of Colin's homie's fish that he caught. Let me shrink the size of this. Well, that didn't work. Hold on. Sorry, guys. It's because my YouTube screen is, there we go, shrunk it. So here we go, guys. This is Colin's homie's fish. Hold on, I got to turn the camera a little bit. I'm going to walk off the edge of the boat. It's because I'm trying to block Colin's information. That is Colin's homie's fish right there. I believe that to be a pike. That is a big size pike right there, guys. I am not a pike master or familiar with. I mean, I'm sure that they get a little bigger than that. Oh, that's terrible, guys. Let's do that one again. That is extremely terrible. Here we go. Let's go this way. There. Now let's see if there's not as much glare on there. How about that? Is that better? There we go. That's a little better. That is the type of shine we want to give. Oh. That is the type of shine we want to give, guys. If any of you guys catch a fish that you want to put some shine on, all you got to do is send it to latinbasshassin@gmail.com and we will show it. Oh, ease up on that hook set, player. Okay, so clearly my hook set is a little bit lacking due to my backing. No, but really, let's see if we can't get us that fish to bite again. We felt the nibble out there, guys. We are on top of the hump. So we are casting to the shallow, the only place where there is grass, up top. We're gonna hope that we are in a good position to set the hook. Imagine the irony, guys. If we do a hook set and the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, my back. Then I believe the fish will have had the last laugh. They're like, we knew it. We knew he had a weak back. It was just a matter of time before his hook sets. We'd retire him. But little do they know, we keep that core strong. Welcome back, Miser. I didn't know you left. But welcome back. Remember, guys, our non-zero streak is on the line. We're not worried just yet. We showed up a little late. Kendall's trying to see if there's some Malaysians in the house. Oh, my Malaysians in the house. I think it might be a little on the late side or the early side for the Malaysians. I don't know what time it is in their part of the world. All right, guys, let's turn the camera just a little bit. We turn that camera to put shine on. Yo, Colin, I'm assuming that your homie was a Canadian. Is that correct? wearing his Navy something. I can't see it just yet, Colin. His Navy t-shirt. Oh yes, they just, maybe it's because we need to ask them in whatever language they speak, guys, to let them know they are welcome here. Parking lot worm isn't cutting it. I mean, it did get one bite and I missed it. Probably because the fish tasted, I was like, bleh, ugh. This tastes like asphalt. He was drafted by the Blue Jays, bro. Dang, dog. Colin knows a dude that was drafted by the Blue Jays. Dudes, my dad said one time, now here's the thing, bros. My dad has legendary tales. His tales are legendary. They might not all be true, but his tales are legendary. And my dad said, because portions of his tales are somewhat true, but not the entire thing. And let's not get that confused with my tales. My tales are true. It's just for comedic terms of the military, not in terms of sports. So my dad and verified that this portion is true. So my dad, he ended up, he got drafted for Vietnam. But here's the thing. Let's not jump to conclusions, guys, and let's not say, hey, you know, tell your dad thank you for his service and whatever. Let's just wait till the story continues. Reserve all comments until the end. So he's telling us, oh yeah, I got drafted, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. And like, this is when we were younger, and it was way after the war. So he's like, yeah, I got drafted, because we didn't exist when he got drafted. So as he likes to state it, we were in storage, but we didn't exist. So take that however you guys want, but he states that we were in storage. So he ends up telling us, oh yeah, guys, you know, I got drafted to Vietnam. But then right as I was gonna get on the bus, they realized that they had drafted me. So the enemy surrendered at that point in time. And I'm looking at this guy and I'm all like, okay, all right, this guy wants to talk crazy, but still funny. So he said that when he got drafted, that ended the Vietnam War. Now, I cannot disprove that, but I have a suspicion that is not the reason why. But either way, he's my dad, so I have to respectfully go along with what he said. chuckle maybe under my breath and maybe also to his face, but chuckle either way and hear him out that when he got drafted, they ended the Vietnam War, which that is true. He got drafted, and then right before they took him to, or before they before he departed to go to basic training, then they told him, oh no, you don't got to go anymore. The Vietnam War is over, and we're bringing everybody back. So what do you call it? That story has lived on in my memory, where my dad, apparently, he was so cool and so threatening that he was able to end the Vietnam War single-handedly. And I tell that story jokingly and with the utmost respect to all those who served in that war. But that is the story that I was told. In fact, my father then elaborated and told us multiple stories of being a pitcher for the Texas Rangers. And keep in mind, guys, there was no internet back in the day. So we're just a bunch of little rugrats, a bunch of Mexican rugrats running around, and we're a bunch of Mexican rugrats, and we're running around, and maybe we don't even have cable at that point in time. So we have to want to believe my dad's stories, because that's the only entertainment that we have. So he tells us he ended the war, and then he goes on, probably next episode, he's like, well, children, that's enough story time for now. Let's, and he probably didn't call us children. He probably said, okay, mocosos, that's enough story time for now. We'll tell the next story. So, so some of my dad's stories are true, but some of them are unverifiable. So he said that he pitched for the Texas Rangers, and they retired him because he struck out too many batters. And then I was like, okay, this dude is slowly losing credibility here. And then he went on to add that he was, I don't know, I think he was a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. And at this point in time, I'm all like, okay, I'm dumb enough to believe this. I'm a little dude. I have no way to prove that he wasn't, but I'm a little dude, and what do you call it? This sort of matches up, because the Texas Rangers are somewhere near the Dallas Cowboys. So that is possible that he could have been a pitcher, and then all of a sudden the Cowboys, they end up, picking him up because maybe he had a good arm. I don't know. And they're like, yo, you don't want to let that arm go to waste. But either way, he said he was the quarterback for the Cowboys, and at that point in time, I was like, all right, bro. Okay, I may be dumb because I'm a little kid, but this is just not adding up. Like how? How could you have been drafted to the Rangers and you're a pitcher, and then they got rid of you, and then you were the quarterback for the Cowboys, but yet we're still in the onion fields? Yo, jefe, you either needed to go for money management classes, or you just squandered it all. And here we go, guys. The parking lot worm has caught our first bass. The non-zero streak continues. Oh, yeah. parking lot worm, guys. Literally out of the parking lot. I found it on the floor. My dudes. What? It's not huge, but the non-zero streak continues. This is just a little Juan. An orale, bro. But, dude, we are thankful for that. You know, however the good Lord blesses us, we are thankful for that. So our streak continues on our 30 plus 13 days of fishing. Hopefully, you guys saw me toss that phone to the floor. Yeah, guys. So, like, I'm not exactly sure how we were working in the onion fields, but my dad, well, I mean, him and my mom must have lived it up, bros. They must have been all like, you know what? You're a pitcher, you're a quarterback. Let's just spend all our money lavishly and do all kinds of crazy things. You know, they probably, I mean, if that were true, they probably circled the world like 14 times on their money. And then at that point in time, they're all like, you know what? Oh man, we're gonna have a kid, so let's settle down. Oh no, we don't have money as we had. Well, I guess, I don't know what the case is, bro, because I was in storage at that point in time, so I can't verify what my parents did when they were younger. So there is a slight chance that was drafted to the Texas Rangers and potentially got thrown out because he struck out too many pitchers. Then he played for the Cowboys. I don't know. A slight chance. I don't. You see, here's the thing, bro. Out of respect for my father, now that the internet exists, I will not go and disprove his story because that is respect right there. If my father tells me, hey, bro, this, that, and the other, pues, all right, jefe, I believe it. And then we leave it at that because anything else is disrespectful. Remember, honor thy mother and father. So, to honor my father, I will not look up and verify that he is lying. I will not verify it. I will just take it with a grain of salt and laugh about it. Hey, buddy. How you doing, friend? What's happening, guy? Yo, what's up, bromance? Bromance, we just barely caught our first fish. We came out here, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half ago or so. And, you know, we got a parking lot worm and it finally caught a fish. So we are happy to prove that parking lot worms are fishable. So if somebody ever drops a worm in the parking lot, guys, take it and use it. It is a sign that that is what you need to throw. Now, maybe not this time, but it is definitely a sign. So yeah, guys, that is the story that my father told us as we were young and gullible mocosos. For those of you who are not bilingual, mocoso is essentially a booger-faced kid. I know that some of you may have met quite a few mocosos in your life. Some of you may have even spawned some mocosos. But either way, a mocoso is a booger-faced kid. Yo, bromance, are you out here dropping 5? Bromance, you always dropping 5, dog. That's too much, player. But bromance got 5 on it. Fishing with Silver and me. Bromance got 5 on it. Grab your fishing pole, homie. By the way, Bromance, I would have also got that buffalo chicken from Denny's. So it was either the buffalo chicken or the avocado Swiss chicken sandwich. I believe they have that. But on the avocado chicken Swiss sandwich, I take off the bell peppers or whatever it is. It is basically aguacate, cheese, and chicken. For those of you who are not bilingual, aguacate is avocado. So don't think that it is a secret ingredient or anything. It is just an avocado. Mike, I have no idea if they are biting. I can only tell you that one fish has bit. The rest of them, I do not know. I know that they are in this water. That is the best I can do. I can tell you they are in the water. Look, bros, the only thing that would have made this worm more classic is if it was an actual lizard, because I named this worm the lot lizard, but he is not a lizard. So now that we've proven our point, maybe we'll even take the lot lizard and we'll toss it down into the boat. Oh, that's dangerous, bro, because the lot lizard is going to be down with all the other worms. You never know what's going to happen down there. Maybe we don't want to do that. And maybe Simply Fishing said they are not biting. Man, he must be answering for the channel. Yo, we'll more than likely be here, bromance. Go out there and grind, dog. Go out there and grind. Simply Fishing said that he was at Browns Creek earlier. No idea where he is right now. I didn't even know where he was to begin with. Browns Creek is a little bit huge, so he could be anywhere. Mike, we will not be traveling far, my dude. Remember, we got ourselves a little muscle strain, bro, on the lower espalda. For those of you who are not bilingual, espalda is back. We got out here a little late because we did some limbering to start off. We're like, all right, we feel like we're doing a little bit better. All right, but we don't want to do anything to lengthen the process, the healing process. Under the bridge? Did I pass you, Simply? I didn't see you, dog. Where were you? under the bridge near the back of the ramp. Bro, you should have flagged me down. You should have been all like, yo, maybe throw a bait at me or something. I'd say drive by me like Kendall does, but you're in a yak, so I don't think you can drive by me, dog. You know. I mean, maybe you could. We are now throwing Don's chatterbait. This chatterbait is not a white chatterbait. It is more of a brim colored chatterbait. Should still be just as effective, but I put in at the little ramp back in the back. All right, guys, this again is starting to become like pirate directions. Back in the back. Is Simply Fishing making fun of me because of my back tweak is home. Where's my shaky head? I'm about to shake these fools' foundation. We're gonna get one of Rob's worms and put it on this shaky head. I don't remember what worm or what fish knocked off this worm. Rob's secret worms are in this glove compartment here, I believe. The last place I've seen them. They might be in the trash now. If you guys are new to the channel, the trash is not somewhere like bad. Good baits go, ironically. I don't know how or why. Oh, it must be in this bag. I felt some squishy in this bag. Hey guys, don't forget that we are gonna get our Biz Bait Dizzy Diamonds. They're coming in today, guys. By the boatload. It's gonna be good. And we will be back to full strength. Well, minus the fish finder. So I don't know exactly what these worms are. They are super soft. And I believe that potentially the tail flies off every time I cast it. After like 2 or 3 casts, I believe that it just flies off. Rob! Rob wants me to swish it around in the live well. In the live well first. He wants a little bit of live well flavor going on. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. We have moved ever so slightly. We are currently in, let's see what depth we are in right now. We are in 8 feet of water. So the hump is right off to this side over here. As it is hump day, we shall hump around. Still has its tail. That was 2 casts. Guys, did you guys see the bag that Rob gave me those worms in? It was like we had just finished an illegal deal. As we try and keep this PG-13, an illegal deal of, you know, substances. But look at this. He gives me this baggie like this. I felt so dirty, guys. He gave me this and he just threw it on there. He threw it to the stash. So technically the deal was done with the stash. I mean, how did he do the deal with the stash? Because some would say the stash's stash makes him look like an undercover, but I don't know. I'm just saying. Rob says they were clean. Actually, what I should do is shard up this worm's butt. Put a little chartreuse on it. Shard them up a little bit. That way, as his tail moves, boom. They'll be like, oh, that guy's got a nice little shardy butt. There's another one, but he's not big, so let's just keep it relaxed because I don't want him to ruin this worm. He is definitely not big. Hey, vato, this is just a little Juan. Just a little Juan. That should be enough flapping around for us to grab a hold of him. Just got to tie flaps. Not big at all, guys. This is a little Juan. Puro orale right here, guys. Just orale. No tag. We dump them back. And we toss again. Now, even though we just caught that, let's shard up this worm's butt. Even though the butt's probably going to fly off. Let me find my chartreuse marker wherever. Oh, there it is. Very nice, very nice. Guys, so we're just gonna shard up this worm a little bit. Chartreuse. This is the opposite of the chartreuse dome, which is being monitored. Now let's just put a little more on the nub down here. Let's see how many nubs they break off. All right, guys. So we sharded up the bud a little bit. Washalo. Good stuff. Let's get back out there. We should probably put a little bit of thump gel on. Come on, don't be crazy. A little bit of thump gel on that guy. Again, guys, we are in 8 feet of water. We're slowly moving this shaky head. The wind is picking up little by little. This is probably about that doesn't look like a 1/4 ounce shaky head. I may have to put a football head on. I like football head shaky heads or football shaky heads. Whatever the combination of words is, I like those. But if I'm throwing them in the grass, ball head, shaky head comes out the grass a little bit better. I should probably drink some water while I got a line soaking. Oh no, I unplugged the GoPro. Let's see what happens. Probably gonna die instantly. Okay, got a little bit of sips and we're back to the grind. We're gonna throw into the shallow where we were at. Off to this side over here, there's grass and then it kind of gives way to rock. That guy must have been in the grass. Just a little bit. Let's see what time it is. It's 10:44 here. That means it's 9:44 in New Mexico, 8:44 in California. So at 9 o'clock, I will call Tackle Warehouse and we will get to the bottom of this mystery as to where that gift certificate is. And my friends, I will almost guarantee you that that gift certificate is where it needs to be. It's just that there is not that until we solidify that, till we call and get to the bottom of it. Rob just put LOL. Not exactly what that was too. Does he think me drinking water is funny? Rob, that's a low bar of comedy, dog. If the fact that I'm drinking